Hi everyone, I'm Grahtles, and welcome back to the Best Start 2 series. This is going to be episode 14. The last one we did was the Motors Factory, and I did complete tiers 5 and 6. So we do have that space elevator put there. I think it's a good spot for it. It doesn't really obscure the beautiful scenery, and it's off to the side just a little bit, and I kind of have it attached to the hub with some stairs. But today, to complete phase 3 of the space elevator, we really need to make computers, circuit boards, and all that good stuff. So I started kind of making a computers factory over here. And don't worry, I didn't do anything but try to kind of figure out where to build it, what the shape would be, where the logistics floors were going to come off of this iron factory, so we have it going all the way around. So technically we want to build our factories kind of around it, and I also had to work out some numbers. So here we are. I got the boombox because in day 12 we got our boombox, not boombox, the Fixmas Christmas tape. So yeah, we're gonna have some Christmas music playing from Fixmas. So anyway, I want to make 20 computers per minute. To do that, I'm going to need some crystal oscillators, 10 of those, and circuit boards, I'm going to need 30. We are going to be using alternative recipes for computers and for the crystal oscillators and all that good stuff. I mean, well, circuit boards, we're going to use silica and copper sheets. That is this alternative, the silica circuit board recipe. And over here we have the crystal oscillators. That's the regular one. Sorry for confusing you there, but that's not going to be an alternative recipe. So we're going to need to manufacture for that. But computers, let's pop on in. Crystal oscillators, which is the alternative crystal computer. The reason being is I don't have oil up and running just yet. I am making some plastic, but it's kind of on the fly, and I'm not ready to kind of put in some big power yet. We don't need it to do this factory, so we should be good. And then we'll start thinking about power probably after phase 3. Which is kind of good because I didn't want to deal with it right now. So anyway, we're going to need to make 6 manufacturers. That's going to make us 12 crystal oscillators. We only need 10. 2 will be going to storage. 4 assemblers making the circuit boards. That's going to give us 48. We only need 30. The rest will go into storage. And 5 assemblers making 20 computers. So, we have 2 decent sized floors. This one up here, I think, is going to be for the crystal oscillators. They're going to take up the most space. We're going to need 6 of these big bad boys. And then on the bottom floor here, this floor, this is going to make the computers and the circuit boards. So, I'm just going to take this machine, because I already have that sorted out. And I'm going to remove that. I'm going to go into the manufacturer. I have this overclocked, so it's going to be bringing us 2 crystal oscillators per minute. That's going to make things a little bit easier. So 6 times 2 is 12. That's where we'll get the 2 extra and the 10 for the computers. So this is where we have to figure out space. Like I said, I did have this higher. We don't need all that space. The biggest amount of space is going to be taken by the manufacturers. So we need 6 of them. We'll probably go back to back with these guys. So let's lay out a little bit of floor. Again, that's going to be the logistics floor under there. We have one above us, and I think we have one below us right there. So let's take this floor and work it out. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna come to the end of this building here. So let's go from here. Doesn't matter if it goes past. I just need a reference point. That's really all it is. This is the inside wall. Just gonna bring this out a little bit. There we go. Alright, so if I'm gonna grab that manufacturer, I want the back to be there. I want some storage or whatever I'm gonna do. Obviously, I'm gonna need 10 of these going to the machines down below, which we do have the logistics floor for. I'm gonna mark out this with some color here. Let's just use blue, it doesn't matter. That's gonna be the inside, that's gonna be here. So that's gonna be for building, that's gonna be for building. So I kind of want this marked out so I can walk through. Sorry about the lighting, we're getting a big shade there. And we're just gonna go there because I want to stay within those perimeters kind of to do this. So let's go back and grab the manufacturer. And we're gonna want to put this, I don't know, we got a lot of room. I'm just gonna press H. Yeah, we have so much room back here. That we could possibly, let's count it out. Again, I get so, there's no script. I have no script. I just chit chat while I'm here. So that's kind of it, right? Alright, so that's the perimeter we want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have 10. So we could have 2 insides. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 5. So let's color that in the blue and that in the blue. That's the middle right there. Alrighty. Now we can grab this big boy and bring him back to about well, you know what? I want the room. Let's press that. I think that's good. Alright. So I do want the room inside here because we're going to be bringing in stuff that we're going to need to put into the back of these machines. And that gives us a little more than about 1.5 foundations. That's fine. I can now delete this and put this back to back with this guy. Perfect. We're going to do one next to it. I'm going to hit Control and move on along. That's going to give us 3. And that's not bad, actually. Let's grab this again. We're going to do the same thing. Spin it around. Hit Control. Put it down. And do that one. So what do we need for these guys? Quartz crystal, cable, and reinforced plates. Well, cable and reinforced plates are coming from this building right here. We just need to bring the quartz crystal all the way around from that building over there this way. That's a little annoying, not gonna lie, but I'm gonna do that without recording it because I don't want to make you crazy. So if we do this, this is inset there. Let's come down over to here. We want to plan out the building a little bit better. So this is going to be the outskirts of this. This gives us that 1.5, a little bit more. That means that this is probably where the building will end. Let's see. I can do this. Why am I doing that? Oh, I just messed that up. Of course I did. There we go. Alright. So, this is blue. That would be blue. I don't know if we'll keep the blue, but right now that's what I'm doing. So anyway, let's grab this guy. We're gonna just... let's come underneath. I want to come here. Come to there. And then we'll come around this way. Till we get to the end. And there we go. And then bring that out one and bring it back to there. Perfect. Alright, so this floor, let's grab that. We're going to paint that blue. Alright. So technically, this is kind of inside that. We'll figure that out later, how we want to work that out. It doesn't really matter because we could still put glass here. We could do a walkthrough. And I just walked into the sign. We could do a walkthrough right into this building, which would not be bad. I think that would be a good thing. All right, so now that we have this kind of sorted out, let's just hop on over to here. And I'm going to grab this, go vertical, and bring it down. Kind of goes right to that logistics floor, which I'm not sure how we're going to work that out. We'll have to take a look at that. But for now, let's go to our next floor. Not the logistics floor, but the actual floor here. I'm going to take away these guys. These will help me to get up there. Eventually, we're going to have to put in an elevator or something, but we have a decent amount of space. Not a lot of space, but we'll be all right. All right, so let's take these away and put in the floor for this. So I'm going to zoop it, and we're just going to go right to the edge of here. That double clicked into there. That was not good. Did I go past it? No, I did not. Okay. There we go. All right, so I laid out the floor. I'm going to do the same thing we did before. Just going to do the 4-meter foundations. I'm just going to come around this. I think I went through that again. I did. There we go. All right, so here is going to be circuit boards and our computers. All right, so circuit boards. Let's get to that first. Right here, we are going to make how many machines? See, this is why I needed my stuff here. My computer stuff is here. Let's see. All right, so we need 4 assemblers making circuit boards and 5 assemblers making computers. Let's grab these signs. All right, so we need 4 assemblers making the circuit boards, which are these guys, and then the computers. Let's go ahead and grab the circuit board. Actually, let's make the space again. I want to see what we have as far as space goes, and color coding is always a good way to go. Computers. I'm not deleting that. Oh my god, I do not want to delete that for sure. Alright, so we want 5 of these. How big is our space here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is our space. Let's come in by 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to color this right up the middle here because I know that's center. So I'm going to want to try to get 2 of these in here. So let's do this quite neatly. I'm going to try at least. I'm going to stay within that white. I can get rid of that now. There we go. Do 2 on this side. Perfect. Alright, so these guys should be the circuit boards. The only thing I'm thinking is... No, I think it's good. I want them back to back. I'm going to have to wrap them around to bring them back up into here, but we have a logistics floor underneath and above. Computers, we need 5 of these. And this is kind of in the way, so I'm just going to move that there. Grab that, and I want this one in the middle. This is going to be dead center to the middle. And then we're going to do 2 on each side because we need 5 of them. It just makes it nice and neat and clean, and I do like that. Alright, so these are making 12 per minute. We need 6 per minute, right? I think we're just going to probably take these in a manifold style, put some in storage, and then have the rest going out to here. I'll split it evenly. It'll be fine because we have plenty to work with. Crystal oscillators we're making upstairs. And now we have to just run the stuff for the crystal oscillators and the copper sheets and silica for the circuit boards. So not only do I have to do quartz crystal, I have to run the quartz crystal and the silica from the silica factory over there. I also need to bring in the copper sheets from in there, as well as I missed the jump. Of course I did. Let's jump again. There we go. Alright. And then we're going to need copper sheets, cable, and reinforced plates. Alright, we can do this. Let's do the quartz crystal and silica first. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to show you how we're going to run it. And then I'm going to run it. Because believe me and you do not want to see me running this stuff. You know, we do have a hypertube down here that I can kind of jump on board with. Which will bring us around there faster. And we're going to kind of lose our Christmas music. But don't worry, I'll record it. So this is where we're going to want to bring up our crystal oscillators. So I think the best thing to do right here is to put in, actually, do I want it here? Because I really wanted the drive on here, but do I have anything else on here? I don't think I do. I think we could run this up to the next logistics floor, which will leave this open for some cars. As long as we haven't built anything on it right now, it doesn't really matter. That's where we're going to take underneath there. Let's take out that one. Take out that one. What do we have up here? Let's take a look. So right now we have pipes coming in here. I could possibly move these pipes a little bit, but I don't think we need to. I think what we will do is you know what? We could come right over this. Probably pretty neatly. Or what we could do is just take this out like this. I think what we'll do is we'll take this lift off here. We're going to take this and right about, say here. Let's get out of here. 7. We could do something like that. I'm going to press R. So I want that going in. I'm going to take that window out. And I'm just going to have this go into there just like that. Connect the pipes back up there. Ooh, I want that to come here though. Why is that? That is not exactly where I want that to be. It's fine. We'll move it. I want this to really sit close to here. So let's grab 7. I was just slightly off. We could bring this right up to the back of the building here. Now that's where I want to be. Yeah, the straighter the better. We want to make sure everything kind of stays all lined up here. I think we'll line this up with this and we'll bring it along this way like that. This I think will stay tight to the building here. Where did I mark that? Right there. Turn that around. And this will go this way. There and there. Perfect. All right. I know it's centered to this wall here. So I'm going to want to put in the floor hole right there. Now we could either do a number of floor holes because I could do this again, or we can just drop this all the way down into there and bring it all the way up. It doesn't matter too much. It really doesn't. So I think what we'll do is for the purpose of the video here, we're just going to bring the floor hole right to the next one, to the next one, and to the next one. So let's grab this, make sure that is going in, because we definitely want it to go in, not out. We're going to drop down to the next floor, and we'll put in floor holes. Now that's going to be bringing the quartz crystal over. Next, we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to put a floor hole right there. Let's see. That is silica. That's quartz crystal. So we're going to have to bring it from the silica one. There we go. And that did not go in. I would rather it go straight up. But you know what? It's neither here or there. We'll do it on the next one. Nobody's going to be in these buildings to really take a look at it. So it's fine. Nope. I want the hole right there. There we go. That's going up. And let's go this way. Alright, so this is going to attach to that. It clips in a slight bit, but I'm not too worried about it. Gonna grab that and bring it in there. Alright, so I need to run these guys all the way around, and so I'm not gonna make you suffer with that. So I'll be back. Alright, so I put a second dimensional depot to upload faster our encased beams because I made a blueprint for these guys to go along on, and I'll show you. I actually was running them singularly, and I was like, okay, this is enough. I'm going to be putting a lot of belts on here. So let's travel down very quickly because these belts are, you know, fairly quick. But once I got up to here, I was like, okay, this is nonsense. I don't know why I'm doing this. I have a blueprint machine. I might as well use it, right? So anyway, I started right here with the 8 belts to just, you know, it's going to go around probably the same way. Maybe not. But we can adjust it as we go along. If not everything is coming from that way to this way. Or we can figure it out as we go along. But anyway. I was running out of encased beams. So in order to try to get stuff in quicker, what you can do is just put 2-dimensional depots on it. So anyway, I'm going to press auto connect. This should turn blue somewhere. I want it to turn blue, not yellow. I mean, it could turn yellow, but it should turn blue. There it is. See, if it turns yellow, you probably don't have it aligned correctly. So make sure it turns blue. Now you can stretch these. I'd rather not. I'm just gonna continue just building them like this. Next step, so we got silicone, we got quartz crystal. We're gonna need some other things from our iron building. Let me just do this as a quick little fix here, just to see what else we need. So, we got the quartz. We're going to need cable, reinforced plates, and then we're also going to need copper sheets, cable, and reinforced plates. All right. Look at that, another present. Boom. All right. I keep saying all right. Where are we going? I need to look. So this wants to come down here. This is still part of our building here. So we can definitely get rid of all this. I don't know why I'm doing it one by one. There we go. And then we could take this. So they're gonna drop down probably with floor holes. Let's do floor holes. I think I'll like that better. I'm gonna need a floor hole there, a floor hole there. I'm gonna grab that, put that there, and a floor hole here. I'm gonna bring it out just a tad, I think. And these are gonna be right next to it. 2 and 3. Now we are not bringing them to any other factories but this one for now, and numbers wise we can't really do it anyway to any other factory because we wouldn't be making enough to be producing what we need. So here, here, and here. Let's go back up to the top because we definitely need to see where we are. Alright, that's where that is. We definitely need to get to the next top. Alright, that's exactly where I want to be. Alright, so see, just by moving it out that little smidge, it actually lined up perfectly. Except they're not moving, are they? See, it clips into there. I don't want that. Alright, we'll just rerun the belt. That's gonna be that, because they're only little short pieces anyway. Which is perfect, so we'll just do that. And we'll grab that, do that. Alright, so grab that, put it to that one, that, to that one, and that, to there. Alright, everybody's good. There we go. Alright, reinforced plates, cable, and copper sheets. This takes reinforced plates and cable. We're going to do floor holes here for everybody. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and not there. I'm going to go right across, do the same thing here. And let's put in our lifts. It's not pointing in. We want them pointing out. So press R on your keyboard. All right, reinforced plates, cable, and crystal quartz. That's what we're going to need. So, here's where things get a little bit funky. We are going to need splitters going down here doing different levels because we're going to have one doing one doing another, and one doing another. Now, the crystal quartz is already, say right here, right? So that can stay on the floor level, but these guys can stay on the roof level. So the first ones we're going to do is, let's see, let's get a lift. The first ones we'll do in on the top. All right, so that needs a splitter coming in from here. So we got the first one and then two, the first one and then two, the first one and then two. So now let's hook these guys up. It makes it so much easier to do this and do this. We're going to do this. Go down to the bottom with the third ones, not the middle ones. We're going to leave the middle ones open. All right, so let's grab a splitter. This splitter, though, is going to run the other way because the quartz crystal is right there, and we're going to bring it right into here. So we're going to just turn it so the in is here. All right, let's hook up these. Let's take these guys right here. Turn them right into here. So the next one, I think what we'll do is, can we do somewhere between this one and this one? So we're going to go right there. So you're going to go from the top. And don't worry, you can definitely, if you point it at the ceiling, don't point it at the belt, you're good to go. And just delete it. It's not connecting to that belt at all. So next, we're going to bring these guys to there. Alright, so now we could just connect this all up. Alright, let's see how we want to come in here. I'm thinking we could do a mini one here. So if we come here, let's see, I'm going to line this up here. It does go into the top a little bit, but I don't mind that. So what we're going to do is take this and bring it down. And then bring this one along the top. Like that. So now we just need power. So we have power there. Let's come to this middle one here. That's not what I wanted to grab. I wanted to grab that. We'll run this back to, let's do this. Perfect. Let's grab this. There we go. And we have power to all. Crystal oscillators are now being made. We need to go downstairs. So this is our logistics floor. Everything's looking good. I think we'll get rid of this right here. Alright, so now we're on to the next part. So these guys are all hooked up, and we are ready to go down below So we have our logistics floor there. And we have these guys here. So they're going to be coming up through them on there. What the hell happened there? I must have placed that somehow the wrong way. It's fine. As long as I noticed it, it's fine. So they're going to be dropping in from the ceiling. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this. We're going to put floor holes where we need them. So hopefully that is correct. We'll find out in a moment. That's a little close. We're going to want to take that out by a little bit. Let's try there. That would be better. So it just has to be moved over slightly. This one's right here. We'll do that. And there, I think. See how that would work. That's off. But that's perfect. Alright, that needs to come in just a little. These can get a little tricky, but it's fine. Alright, so we got 2 there. Then we're going to do the same thing. Let me grab that floor hole. See if I can line that up with this one. That's off a little bit. Let's see if we can get this one lined up at least. That one needs to come over by that. Only 4 more times. It's fine. So far, so good. Yes, alright. Alright, so these guys need the silica and the copper sheets. So let's go up and start hooking that up. Perfect. They are... Alright. We're gonna move this guy. We have to. We're gonna run him this way. And we'll have to lift that silica up. That's fine. But we can't cover that floor hole. Let's go ahead and grab this, right? Let's do these. These have to go up. So we'll do one there. One there. One there. And one there. Splitters. Like so. Then we're going to take this lift. We're going to put it on the end there. And that gets sucked up right there. We can't have that. So we're going to grab that. Not that. That one. And then we're going to take 3. Put it in like that. And bring it across. There we go. Do that. Now, these are going to be a little bit different due to the fact that we don't want to go through those lifts. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this splitter. It's obviously going to go this way. So what we're going to do is just line it up. You can even line it up there. It's fine. There we go. There we go. So next, we have to make sure we come between these two because we don't want it to intersect with either one of these. That, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. So, we come around here. We could take this, go into here. I'm going to think about this. That's what I'm gonna do, because I don't know if I want that to go like that. It cuts through. I can't go up there and bring it up. I could bring it right about here and then bring it up a step and then do that. That works. All right. Alright, everything's hooked up. We need power. Alright, so I can see I am going to put some lights in here. So let's grab lights. And again, we're going to need some of these crystal oscillators for this exact reason. Because we need crystal oscillators to make lights. Because the lights are signs, and the signs are what we use. Alright, so all we have left is to merge all these. Find a storage area we're going to put them in as well. And then what we'll do is we'll put some storage. So I'm going to now paint this white. Could all be white now coming through. I don't care if it's under the machine. We'll grab it. It'll be fine. Alright, that looks better. And now I have to figure out storage. I do have space behind here. So what I might do is... Oops, just saw something I didn't paint. There we go. That other is fine. I think what we'll do is we'll put some storage bins back here. So we're gonna take a double. We'll just put it... Let's press H. I want it to come to the end here. Sure. And then another. Because I do want quite a bit of storage of this. Is that okay? Yep. We could put another. And another. And then we'll split it off, I think, there. So let's do this. Let me see where we're going to come here. Where's the line? It's going to be way back there. Possibly close to our storage. Nope, not quite. Okay. So right up here, I think we'll drop something in. So let me paint this. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna remove this one and put the splitter on that one. So let's do this. Then we'll put the floor hole in. So now I'm gonna press R. And I'm gonna... Can I get in there? No. I'm gonna have to drop down into here. That is gonna go into there. Now we can go like this. Actually, I have to back it up. I could have left it exactly where it was. There we go. There we go. Let's grab a... I'm going to press R. There we go. And the rest will get put into storage. And then we'll put a dimensional depot on top. This way we can make our signs and whatever else we need. There we go. So now this side, we're going to take it around and merge it in over here. So I'm going to just grab this merger. There we go. Alright, so we should start to see. There they come. The rest of them come on down. Alright. So let's see. We should be making them now. They're going down to the computers. And next we have to bring the circuit boards around. And what was this for? What is that going to? Absolutely nothing. We didn't need it. Okay. Next. Mergers for here. We can come down the middle same way. We'll do some circuit boards down this way. So we're going to turn this way though. We can come down right about... let's go. This goes further down, we split it up a little bit different, but it's fine. Do something like that. Like that. So now these are going to go into here and they're going to go down here. So here we're going to need a splitter. And so we'll just need to connect that up. This is going to come around like this. Go into there. Then we're going to need a merger here. So let's press E. It's going to go that way. Oh, splitter, not a merger. Jeez, I don't know what I'm talking about here. It's alright. It's been a long day. There we go. Just going to open it up, drop those circuit boards in there. Now, I actually turned this to 4 per minute. So don't forget to put all your power slugs in, and make sure you have enough power slugs if you copy machines. Because if you don't, they will just literally not have anything. They just won't put them in there. So I'm just going to connect all these guys together. There we go. And then we'll put a dimensional depot on this guy. And now this is going to be rough because that's there. And I don't like the way that looks. So we'll just put this dimensional depot off to the side here. And then we'll take this and run it right into there. Keeps it a little bit neater and cleaner. And we still have room to get in here. We could even drop in maybe this. And that would be the doorway to go in. Alright. We now should be making computers. Here we go. So now we need to put them out to storage. And then we can merge them eventually later. But I want to have quite a bit of computers. So I'm going to just line this up like so into storage bins. And we'll be able to merge them later if we need to bring them out somewhere. And we'll have a good stockpile of them first. Whoa. Alright. Let's clean up the floor. Let me just press G. So it only does foundations and not the machines. So I don't want the machines to get colored. Although getting that foundation over there is going to be tough. We might have to go underneath. It's probably going to be a lot easier to get those. There, we got it. Perfect. Alright. So this is a very white building. I mean, it's all white. Just like that building. And I don't know if I want to keep it all white. But we definitely need to finish putting stuff together on this, obviously, because it's quite a mess here. So I think I first want to ground it to the ground. So let's do that. We have no walkway up to it. I don't like that being seen. So I'm not really sure. There's a lot of stuff we could have done even underneath. And we might still. Hold on. That was not right. So anyway, I'm going to start filling up the building itself. And like I said, I started off with this kind of like just square. And we could, again, put something underneath. But maybe some AI limiters. I don't even know. But because we have a lot to do. But yeah, this video is already taking quite a long time. So I'm going to try to fill up just the legs and get the basic structure of it going. And then if I do anything crazy, I'll involve you guys. So I'll be back. Alright, so I put in some lights and I put in some windows here. One of the things I'm not really liking was that it was so square. I was thinking about coming in and taking it a little bit off. Possibly on an angle or something, but I don't want to do the same angle as this. So I've been trying to come up with kind of a solution for it. So I'm kind of struggling a little bit on what exactly to do. I'm thinking, so this actually has plenty of space as well down below. As you can see, there's not a lot going on in this space. And then this space, we want to leave that. But this space in between is like the logistics floor. And I'm wondering if we should take this kind of in somewhat and see what we get. Let's see what happens if we take off this. Let's continue this way. All right. We come in there, and then what? That's kind of where I'm at. Like, then what? Maybe I'm thinking about this all the wrong way. So I wanted to bring you guys in on it because I'm not sure what I'm doing. And so trying to figure out what I want to do. I don't want to do it without you, but I also am not sure what I want to do. So like this has to stay somewhat wide here. That's not the right one. That one. Let's go zoop. That has to stay that width. Right? Because we need that. But down below doesn't. So that's where I'm having issues. Like I want to bring it in, but not... I got an idea. Bring that back out. Like this will go up. Possibly. Now what? This bottom piece. This can all come out. I just blocked it in to get a visual. This needs to be there. This can come in possibly a little bit. Let's see. Let's get rid of all this. This can also come down. At least till there. That has to stay. This can change. Let's see. Inverted ramp 4. Kind of goes past this. What if I deleted this row? Let's take a picture here. Not take a picture. Look at it with the picture thing. It has to go like that, but maybe it could come back out. So if we did a ramp, wrong one. I gotta zoop this. It's annoying. There. And then take that one out. And did, okay, that's there. Doesn't block that at all. No. Okay. Jump up. Jump up. Oh, come on. Hitting my head. Alright. Let's see what that looks like. And then that can stay. But this, I don't know why I just took a picture, but alright, we can bring this down. There. That comes to there. And then bring this down one. And we're going to take this one. And that would go up that way. So let's see. Grab that. there. Could I do away with this row? I believe I could. And then do this all the way across here. And that, I'm in it. There we go. That way. We doubled up on that. Didn't mean to. There we go. That is definitely something we could do. And then put windows in here. And then bring this maybe out as far as this. Maybe. Possibly. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, we need to go up there. Alright, so this would run this way. Now let's make this concrete. Let's bring this out by 1. Take this out. Put the ceiling in here. There we go. Drop down. Make this all concrete. Alright, let's hop on out. Now we'll definitely do something with the bottom here too. I think we're on to something. Let's paint it. For now we're painting it white just because I don't know what else to paint it. You guys can leave it in the comments below. What color would you like to see it? But for now, this is going to be white. Alright. Then I gotta hop on top. We gotta fill that square in right there. That's fine. That can be a balcony. We could put something on there. We gotta fill this in here. There we go. Let's go back up here. There we go. Let's grab the other side. Alright, let's take a look at that. There we go. What if... I know. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Come up here a second. What if we did that and then came by this with... Where are we with this one? That one points into... Here? Yeah, that's the last one there. Let me grab that foundation there. That would get rid of those lights, though. That is a problem that I'm not sure I'm gonna like. Let's go back in. Let's see. I do like it coming back in again. And I think we might be able to do a zigzag. It's like a zigzag pattern on the bottom. Now I'm wondering if we should... This is this, right? We could do a roof kind of thing with glass coming in. Possibly. With the 4 meter. So let's do that. Let's come up. Let's go up here. Let's grab the architecture. That wasn't the one. That one. Zoop, please. Let's grab this. There we go. And then we'll do this with glass. Alright, let's see what that looks like. It's not bad. Do something like that. Yes, we are getting that texture thing going on, but we could figure that out later. Let's see what that looks like. I'm okay with that. It's a computer's factory. I want it to look kind of different, and I think this looks different for sure. Alright, it's day 14 for Fixmas, and we need to look for the number 14, not 15. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just woke up. Let's see. 24, 5, 7, 12, 1, 11, 9, 8, 4, 2005. Is that a 14? It is. Oh my god, that was hard to see. They made that one rough. Okay, let's go take this cartridge to the ma'am. There we go. We need branches, and we need the mixed ornaments. Let's go grab them. Jump over the snowman. Let's grab those. I don't even know how many branches we need. We might grab a couple of few. A couple of more. Dang. Told you I just woke up. Let's see. Those are gifts. Where am I going? This way. Yeah, let's make sure we have enough. Hopefully I don't have to come back. Alright, let's see what we get. Oh, that's the workbench. Oh my god. Here we go. No, this is the wrong one too. There it is. Alright. Never do this when you just wake up because, you forget stuff like this. I didn't even see what the numbers were. I just ran. One thing I thought I had enough of was these. Who knew? Here we go. We're just starting because it's a ma'am thing here. There we go. All right. We get a wreath and snowballs and another tree with a star. All right. Let's see how we make these things. We need opening codex, assembler. So we need these guys and these guys. Okay. Hit E again. Snowballs. Come on. So we need that, and that to make snowballs. We could do that. Alright, so we need an assembler. Let's go find one. We'll make one. Alright, let's get an assembler. Grab one of you. Guess we could put it there. No. Let's not put it there. Let's actually put it right there. Let's go in here. Select the recipe. Wreaths. We're going to go like this and hook it up here. Then I need to take these guys. Let's press R. Go straight. Let's do this. Oh, there we go. Come over to here. There we go. We just need some power. Let's go this way. There we go. And that will be making wreaths. Grab another little bin here. Turn it around. What the hell? I can't see where it's coming out. There we go. There we go. Alright, so next thing we need is snowballs. To unlock snowballs, we need candy canes, bows, and snow. Let's go grab it. So we need 500. We already have the snow. We should be good. Let's go grab the bows and the candy canes. There we go. Alrighty. So we need wreaths, the mix bundle, and the bows. Let's go grab that. I should have checked the numbers. 2 and 5 and 100. All right. 2, 5, and 100. We didn't get 100 yet, but let's see if we could summer sloop this. We need bows. All right, we'll have to wait for that to make. some more wreaths before we can finish it up. Just make sure we have everything. Alright, so 500 bows, 200 of these. Okay. So we just need to wait for the wreaths. We got everything else. Alright, so once that finishes, we'll be able to unlock the wreaths and we'll be able to unlock the star. And yeah, we'll be complete. Not too bad. Alright, we're back. We have all our wreaths and everything we need. Let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. Confirm. And now we have the star. How do we make the star? Well, let's go find out. Now maybe a manufacturer? I don't know. I'm guessing. Let's go like this. Let's go in here. Let's see. Star. Alright, we need the wreaths and some candy canes. Perfection. Alright, wreaths and candy canes. Candy canes are right here. So let's grab an assembler. Let's do this. We'll put it right over to here. That can go to there. We'll go like that. And like that. Can we reach? Yes, we can. Perfect. Alright, so we are going to be making stars. And we need some power. Let's do this. Let's find our power here. There we go. And let's grab another container. There we go. Alright. So we completed the MAM tree, but we won't finish Fixmas until we get to the 25th. Alright, so join me back tomorrow. We finished the MAM tree, almost. We're going to collect those 500 stars. And we don't have to do that today. We'll do that later. Whenever we get them. So I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so it looks like we have plenty of stars here. Let's go ahead, take them over to the MAM and see if we can finish this off. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Start research. Woohoo! Alright, the MAM research is complete. Let's see if we go into Fixmas. What do we get? I don't even know. That's the tree, that's that. What did that give us? Well, I don't know. Let's see. Did we just complete the MAM? Or we just got the trinket star? Oh, so I think that means that if we go in here, yep, we got the star. So let's take a look. Yep, we got the star. Alright, so we completely finished the MAM research for that. And yeah, we can build stuff with all this Christmas stuff, but I think we'll probably just take it down. And maybe we'll just put a couple of Christmas trees around. And some other things we got. Maybe some snow throwers. I don't know. Alright, so today is day 15. And I know where that is because it's been sitting there forever. So I'm going to click on that and see what we get. Rebar. Ooh. So we got a little bit of stun rebar. So, nice gift. But I don't know how often I'll be using it. It's fine. But I'll see you tomorrow on day 16. Alright, so today is day 16 in Fixmas, and we're going to go ahead and check out where we can find it. So 15, 17, 21, 10, 13, 16. Ooh, we got a skin. Alright, let's go check out what our skin might be. So we got this one. What can we do with this? Not belts, not cars. Oh, we could do the truck. It looks like a gingerbread house. Oh, that's pretty funny. Alright, so it looks like we could use our skins on there. So anyway, join me again for day 17. See you then. Alright, so today is day 17. I know where that is because I've been looking at it since day 1. So let's open that up. And we got some nobelisks. Well, we got one 1 nuclear obelisk. Alright, we'll take it. Alright, so I'll see you back on day 18, which I know where that is, because I've been also seeing that every day. So, I'll see you then. Alright, welcome back to day 18 and Fixmas, and 18 is here. I've been seeing that as well. I see a couple, 19, 22. I know a couple of them now, so 21. Yeah, we got a couple to go. So anyway, 18, let's see what we got. Ooh, we got a Fixmas tape. The leftover on boards. I guess we should check that out. Here's our boombox floating up in the sky. Let's change the tape. Okay, that's just crazy. So, yeah, we probably won't leave that going on. Is there anything better here? Can we fast forward? No. You know, that's kind of scary sounding. So, I think we're done. And I'll see you on day 19. Bye! Alright, so today is day 19. Let's take a look for 19. So, 11, 24, 1... 7, 12, 4, 8, 14, 24. Oh, there it is. What did we get? Oh, medical inhalers. Not bad. We could use them once in a while. All right. Meet me back on day 20. right, so that's going to conclude today's episode. I really want to thank you all for watching. And if you made it to the end, thank you so much, because they are pretty long episodes. And, if you like my content, you want to see more, like, subscribe, comment, and share. It does help me in the algorithm, keeps me afloat. And I do have memberships, 99 cents and $2.99. And the $2.99 will get you a shout out at the end of every episode, just like coming up next. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.